Hi, I'm Attreed, currently business data analyst amongst other job titles had here at PTS. Been with PTS over 15 years now since inception. Started out with Daniel and Tom and myself in the early days. PTS just looked like Excel sheets and a trust account basically. No itinerary, no real major booking system, just sort of organically grew from the beginning. Problem from travel businesses from the start was just to give them the freedom and flexibility to go and book what they want with who they want without any boundaries and constraints that they had with suppliers. We didn't initially go out looking at other competitors to PTS about what they were offering. Daniel and myself particularly, we just looked at what we thought was right for a travel company and what they would need to actually operate correctly. We had a few members on board. We didn't look at how other pricing was put out there for tour operators and travel agents. We had more tour operators and travel agents. It wasn't really a system that was angled towards travel agents. It was more tour ops, and it just grew organically from our ideas about what we needed to do from that point. We were quite insular with the way we were going, which probably helped us to a degree because it means we didn't lean on other ideas that other competitors were doing. We didn't really have competition because we were so small, I think, in the market that we were for trust accounts. First few customers, so we had the Stag and Hen Experience, who are still a PTS member to date. Fantastic feedback from the guys there. We then somehow stumbled upon some Northern Light tours companies that came on board, and another Northern Light tour company came on board because they saw our logo in the bottom of another Northern Light tour company that we paid as a supplier. So it sort of grew organically that way. And we had some sports companies on board that were doing bookings for Nick Faldo and golf tours that him and his family were going on, which was great. And that helped us sort of build more the system. And they were sort of shaping what we had at PTS for a system before we eventually then got into the more, we say, travel agent side of trust, which once we did get into, we could see, wow, there's a lot of travel agents out there. There's a lot of people that are sort of strangulated by what they have to do and hoops they have to jump through, and the money they were losing to pay to their the businesses they were running through. Just going back to what you're saying there about suppliers, the freedom and flexibility to use whatever suppliers you want, and the fact that we're willing to listen. You know, at our conference at the Belfry this year, we announced the starting of the PTS IT Forum, which is us opening up to members to come to us every month to say, right, what do you want us to do next to help you survive as a business? And we're putting that in place. We're speaking to members every month, meeting once a quarter. They're giving us what they want us to do next to help them grow as a business. We're not like, we're going to do this, you've got to fall in line with that. It's about us speaking to members about developments they want in the system. I think it's just that we're willing to listen. We're not going to keep people if they don't want to stay, but we'd like to think they will stay because they can see that we're actually moving. We are growing all the time with what we're doing. We're not on a track and we're going down that track. We will move with things, the implementation of AI to help people throughout the system, and the support side of things that Leanne's working with on the members is really going places. And I think that the more we listen to members, the more they're going to feel they're part of something which is actually growing, and they're not stuck on a train track taking them down one route. They can grow with us. Our type of member, like, I think to speak to anyone in any of the sales guys that we've had here, of how the different inquiries have come through. I mean, getting our name out there of PTS as a trusted company that you can come to, because you know there's not continually new companies coming up in the consortia or protection market for travel companies. They don't appear all the time, but for us to suddenly appear and then to get that traction of membership on board, I think early days we were just attracting like tour ops and small little startup people that just wanted to do travel, but trying to move that and flip that so that we actually get trading businesses on board already established in travel, and just how they get out of their current position of where their money is, where their clients' money is being protected, and move that across. And that's always a big I think, barrier to try and get over. And sometimes people get scared about making that move. But we know internally, and we're as honest as the day's long here, that making that move is the best thing you can do. You'll be getting more of control of your company and more profit coming to you at the end of the day. But just seeing that transition of small tour ops coming away, which we still obviously we'd love to have them on board, bring them inside, use the system, use the trust account service we've got, and member support, amazing to back that up. But yeah, just seeing the bigger sort of like travel agent companies that want to come and join us now, and it just the word of mouth as that sort of gets around that PTS is somewhere that you should consider coming. You can just see it just from all over social medias and the Facebook groups when people are asking about where should I go, who should I join. We see our own members recommending us. Seeing members on the road up and down the country is fantastic. Not only do I get out and get to see the country and see where our members are coming from, we're keeping it local for them, so they haven't got to go too far to come and see someone face to face from PTS. And they're just people at the end of the day. They're just wanting to use us as PTS and see what they can learn from us. Everyone has fantastic feedback about the actual training days, and some people have said they can't believe that every member doesn't turn up to one of these. Just to take some things home from it. When I go to the training days, I have a small schedule about what we're going to be doing, but I do just leave it open about, right, what do you want to know about next? And we follow that route of whatever people want to take us down, learn about emailing from the system, adding suppliers to the system, creating payment links, how to use the quoting system in there, how to use itineraries for their clients. And they're not all use the same version or the same way throughout the system. Some people just use the PTS system to count money in and out. But after a training day, you may see that they start thinking, well, actually, now I can start setting payment dates. I can start setting emails to send to my clients. It does frustrate me when I see lots of members that just go off and start signing up to different CRMs, different services, when they should really just take that time out and think, let's take a day out of my life and come and do one of the training days that we've taken care of at the spine of the country. Coming to the training days, for every member, they see it as such an advantage and a positive way for them to move forward with their business. And the fact that you can contact us after. Throughout the training days, people say, oh, now that I've got you, I don't want it to be like that. Now that I've got you, it should be, we're always there for you. Don't think that you've got to engage in a one-to-one to say, well, now I've got you, I'll ask you this, that, and the other. It's, we're always there, from, like I say, Leanne's member support team through to me, just to pick up the phone or drop a call through. We'll have a Teams, we'll look at your screen, just to help you guys engage. And you can see people when their eyes light up and they spark about, oh my God, it can do that now. And you can see it works their cogs about what they can do next by using PTS and our system, which again, we're always improving, and we'll feedback off of them training days and supplier days about what we can do next, just to open it up. And that's probably shown as well with what we do internally with the IT team that we have in-house, that pick up along with me on the forum and actually involved in those forums, so that we can actually move forward for the members, create more training days, more supplier evening meals, to really learn more about PTS and what they can get out of it.